everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today I'm going to talk about some secret hidden features or secrets of Poshmark. These are just things that you probably didn't even know you could do or that existed on the platform. So I figured I'd compile a list of things that I've seen a lot of people didn't know that you could do or how to do, and I figured this would be really helpful. So if you are interested in learning what these secret hidden things of Poshmark are and how to do them, then definitely stick around and make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss a future video that I do here on this channel. So we are all looking for ways to increase our visibility on our listings, and there's the obvious things such as using style tags, such as using keywords, such as having good prices and good photos. But one thing that's not talked about enough that a lot of people don't realize is how you price your items. So basically, if you price your items on numbers such as 25, 50, 100, etc., and I'll show you a picture of what this looks like so you understand what I'm really talking about, but basically it'll come up in double search because there's a search from I think it's 10 to 25 or 25 and under, and then there's 25 to 50 and then 50 to 100. So if you price on 25 or 50 or 100, it's going to show up in double search because it's on both filters. But if you price at say 24, it's only going to show up in that one category. So what I always recommend to people is if you can price on those numbers, it'll double the chances of it coming up in search. Don't price it at 60, don't price it at 99. Price it at those numbers. That's going to give you that double search, and that's going to make it really better for your items to be discovered because you're basically doubling the chances of the item being found. This is something that a lot of people don't realize, but it really makes a big difference, and I don't know, it's so simple to do, and that's why you'll see a lot of my listings priced at 25 or even 50 in my closet, because that's going to get that double search. Okay, the next thing that I know a lot of people ask how to do because, it's not obvious, and a lot of people wonder how to find the list date of an item because they're like, I don't remember when I listed it, I don't know how long it's been listed for, I don't know if it's if I'm able to relist it yet. There is a way to find the list date, and it's not super obvious. There's actually two ways, but again, they're not really that obvious. So the one, you could actually find it in the URL of the link. If you do if you go into the Google details of the actual search, it'll give you that list date. I don't think I explained that properly, but if you take the Google image URL and copy that, you'll find the list date written in there. I took a screenshot of what a copy URL would look like so you could see the date in there, but hopefully this made sense. I don't know if it did. It seemed a little confusing at first, but hopefully these extra instructions help you. But the easiest way and the way I recommend is actually using the sales report or the inventory report. So if you go to those reports, you can actually see when the item was listed. It'll give the create date or anything like that. So you can tell exactly when the item was listed, and exactly how long it's been there for, if it's ready to be relisted or things like that. Now, if you have a VA, you can use your VA to just generate that date for you, and actually my VA tells me specifically when an item was listed, so it makes it really easy. But if you don't have a VA and you do everything manually and you just need to know when an item was listed for your own sake or whether it's relisting, this is exactly how you do it. You can go to that inventory report and it will generate that date that it was listed for. Okay, another one that a lot of people didn't know about was how to get rid of an active offer on Poshmark, or if you need to edit an offer, or if something's sold on another platform but you have an active offer on Poshmark. The way that you actually get rid of that active offer is actually changing the size, which you would think would have nothing to do with it, but really this is a hack that I discovered a long time ago, and now a lot of people know about it. But basically all you do is change the size of the item. You could change it to whatever, and if the item is one size, or if the item is a home item and doesn't really have a size, just put NA or just type in anything random and then hit edit share, and it will actually get rid of the active offers. You'll see at the bottom that any of the active offers had gone away. And then you can change the size back to the original size that you had. And then you can either send out new offers, or you can delete the item, or, you can do whatever. But this is a great hack that a lot of people don't know about. And I've been telling people for years that you can do this. And I still get more and more people that are surprised when I talk about it. And I see a lot of people in different groups that are like, how do you get rid of an active offer? Or, I sold something on another platform, but I have active offers on Posh. I can't delete it. How do I get rid of it? And this is exactly how you do that. So hopefully if you, haven't seen some of my other prior videos, hopefully this tip is helpful for you. because again, I see so many people that don't know about this still, and I don't understand how, because it's such a well-known thing at this point. But if you're new to Posh, this is definitely a great thing that you need to remember. Okay, and the last one that I want to talk about in this video that kind of goes along with that first one, it's like a hidden thing that you don't even really know that you can do, but once you find out that you can do it, it's kind of game changing. So basically, if you sell an item and say you have to cancel it for whatever reason, or you want to kind of even duplicate the item, you have a listing that's very similar, what you can do is you can go into the order. So for the first example, we'll talk about if you have to cancel the order but you want to relist the item because, you know, it was canceled for whatever reason, they don't look like they're going to repurchase, or even if they are going to repurchase, you still need to figure out how to relist the item without completely redoing the listing. So what you could do is go into the order and click problems inquiries, and then you can go mark item for sale. And so this is basically going to just mark the item for sale again, and it's going to get rid of that sold on the listing. So then somebody can go and repurchase it, or if they need to bundle it or something like that, you can do that. Now, another helpful thing to know how to do is actually create a copy of an existing listing. Say you have multiple of the same item and you want to list it, you can actually go, as if you were going to go edit a listing that's already sold, you can click on that edit button, and it'll say like you can't edit this because it's already sold, but it'll give you the option to make a similar listing, basically duplicate it. So you could click that button and then it'll create a brand new listing just like that old listing. And so you'll have another one, and you don't have to go through the whole process of like redoing the listing, making a whole new listing. It generates it for you just like that copy listing button does. So it makes it really easy, because then, you know, the template's there, the sizing's there, everything. You can even change anything if you need to, if it's slightly different or whatever, but it just generates everything for you and it makes it really easy for you. So hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully you enjoyed these tips that I provided. These are all things that, like, again, I've learned over the years that have been really helpful to know, and they make such a big difference. And again, you don't realize how often you use these things until you're in a pinch and you have no idea how to, you know, do something. And like, there are so many people that don't know how to get rid of active offers. I see that like every day. I see at least one person questioning like, I have an active offer, Posh is not letting me delete it. How do I, you know, remove the listing, or how do I change the offer? And like, I always tell people how to do it, but I just feel like these videos kind of reach a larger audience than just kind of telling one person individually. So hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully you can take something away from this that like maybe you didn't know how to do prior. And let me know down below what you think are some great hidden secret things of Poshmark that maybe you discovered that somebody else doesn't already know about. Maybe something else that you learned from trial and error as well, because again, we've all learned things by just trying things. So let me know down below what you think is a great hidden secret that somebody else can really benefit from knowing. I would love to hear that down below in the comments. If you want to see another video on some features that you should be using on Poshmark that'll help you have the most success on the platform, you could click right here. And if you want to see another video on ways to be profitable with your small business and what you can do to be profitable, you could click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.